to St. Ignace, Michigan. We are heading over the bridge to the Upper Peninsula for this catch. We've been on the road since about 5:30 a.m. I'd say. It's 7 a.m. right now. How far are we? About an hour away? We're about an hour away right now. Looking at catching a Bati boy, a Jamaican who has been chatting up, 18-year-old boy, highly charged conversations. All right, guys, we are heading over. Mighty Mac. We are here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, outside the Super 8 Motel in St. Ignace, where a 4-year-old Jamaican by the name of Jen has told us that he works here. We basically, to go over real quick, had a very highly charged conversation with a 15-year-old boy, which is a decoy of ours. Yesterday, he wanted the decoy to come up here, and remind you, the decoy he does not have a driver's license. He told him he has a driver's permit and he could take his mom's car without her knowing. He was totally okay with him doing that and driving all the way up here to meet him. He said that what he's going to do is, since he cleans rooms, he's basically going to leave one room unchecked so they can't rent that room out, and that he was going to use that room to essay that basically in a roundabout. And now he kind of switched up last night after the fact and said, maybe you just come tomorrow on my lunch break and you pick me up and we'll go to my house since no one will be there. His cousin actually owns the store right next door to us right here. So what we're gonna try and do is catch him. We woke up at 5. He woke up at 4:30. I woke up at 5 a.m. We got on the road right to come up here. It was quite the drive, few-hour drive. And we wanted to get here before he started his work. He's told us multiple times he starts at 9 a.m. Right now it's 8:45. We wanted to get up here and be here, so hopefully we can catch him walking into work and avoid having to go up in the hotel and looking for him. Worst case scenario, we wait it out. We don't see him come to show up for work. What we're gonna do is go to the front desk, tell them what we know, and see if they'll help us find him, see if he can lead us to him. If that doesn't work, we're gonna go over to his cousin's building right next door and talk to his cousin and tell him what is going on, and that we will basically be going to the police with everything we have if we cannot have a conversation with them. So that is the game plan for today. I have no intention of not finding Justin. This guy needs to be talked to. He claims, like they all do, that this is his first time doing this and he would never do this. They all say that. So my patience for that line is starting to wear thin, to be honest. So, but anyway, guys, we are here. I'm gonna get off here so we can have all eyes on deck and see if we can find this guy, and we will see you when we start the conversation. All right, see y'all soon. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Good. I'm actually the owner of an organization that we basically search out child predators and have conversations with them. And there's a guy that works here by the name of Judd. Does that look familiar to you? He just started 3 days ago. I believe it's a fake name.
Do you recognize that face?
I know he works here because last night he asked to rent a room, and they told him he could get a room for $60 because he wanted the chive out from Trevor and stay in the room.
I don't know who that is.
Do you have any Jamaicans working here?
He's Jamaican. His cousin owns this building right next to us. He's supposed to be here at 9 a.m.
I have
I don't know. I've just got here.
Yeah, we seen him walk in. I said that's him. Yeah, his cousin owns this building right next to you guys.
We have enough information to go to the police, but we are trying to talk.
Yeah, that's...
He said his cousin owns it. Well, he could be lying about this.
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, his cousin does.
Does he work there? Maybe have a cousin that works there.
He might have a cousin that works there.
Maybe that's what it is.
Owner of that building.
He lied about a lot of things. He's a consistent liar, but we can see through the bullshit. And I just need to have a conversation with him. I don't need to involve the police or anything like that, but I need to speak to him.
I don't.
And I can show you a picture of.
A better picture.
I don't have a. I have a picture of his cousin that he said that originally he was trying to say his cousin was the person, and then he said, "Oh, I've been lying to you, not lying to you, but I didn't tell you that my picture. This is actually me." Let me show you the other guy. No, I don't know if you'll recognize this guy at all. Where is it? Right here.
Sorry to put you guys on the spot.
Yeah, I didn't want to even have to ask you guys. I was hoping to catch him when he walked in.
That might be his cousin, you said?
Yeah.
or that's him and the other guy's his cousin. One of those two guys is the guy, and he had he's dangerous. Like this guy's dangerous. The way he spoke to this family, horrible. And were you? Any of you guys working last night? No. None of you guys were working last night?
No.
So last night I heard him asking, because I talked to him on the phone last night, and he was asking to rent a room here last night, and they told him he could get a room for $60 with his employee discount. Yep. How much are your rooms right now? Like 100 something? Okay, so he said with an employee discount he could get it for $60, and he didn't have enough money to cover it at the time. He didn't have enough cash on him, and he was very worried about asking for the room because he just started here 3 days ago. Said it was his third day. Is that guy new?
Yes.
That's him, 100%. Where's he at? Second floor. I'm not touching this guy. I do this all the time. I'm just gonna have an honest conversation with him, and that is it. That's it. I will not hurt him. I will not touch him. Nothing like that.
We do this a lot. So.
Well, he is on the second floor. If that's the guy, as long as he's like not the guy, you guys are. If he's not the guy, I'll know right away. He's Jamaican, and he started here 3 days ago. That's him, 100%. Because those are the little, when you do this, you got to pick up on the little things because they lie so much. These guys are nothing but straight liars. So you got to pick up on the little things. So if that's him, go ahead. I have 4 myself. So that's why I started doing this. You
He
started.
did say he
Because
got
Patty
a job.
just got a new job there from the hospital.
Did she? Who did?
Patty, you know,
She
at the
used to
hospital.
work here. What about? Does that have anything to do with him now?
What's that?
But does that have anything to do with him? She's the one that got him the job
Yeah,
because he used to work at the Like I said, and anybody who's like related to him, from as far as I know,
No,
they've
she's
done
not.
nothing wrong and they're good people. But him, he's dangerous. And these had these kids in this hotel. This guy needs to be talked to. Well, I've talked to him a few times. Like I don't know
You
anything
mind
about
if we
He seems very nice, but he's not. I'll be back. Thank you guys. Sorry, man. So are we gonna call him Justin, or are we just gonna say we need to have a conversation? I hope they're not calling or anything like that, dude.
It doesn't matter if they are or not. We know.
My hair look alright.
You're beautiful.
I just want to make sure it's not waving out too crazy. Why didn't you text me back?
The what?
Why didn't you message me back?
What are you talking about?
We've been talking on WhatsApp. You would need to hang up that phone and have a conversation with me, or I'll just go to the police and have them come up here and talk to you.
Okay,
It's all good.
okay.
I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to touch you. I just need to have a conversation with you. That's all.
Yeah, no problem.
This camera's for everybody's protection.
Make sure I'm not gonna hurt you. You're not gonna hurt me. Nothing like that.
No, I'm talking to my sister. No.
Okay. No worries. Like I said, I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to have a conversation. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I talked to your sister.
Better bro, fool, now you link up.
Okay, bye.
You link up. One will is here, yeah
Bye.
man, fool.
Love you.
Alright.
Grew your dreads out.
That,
Grew your hair out.
if I grew it,
I said, you grew your hair out.
oh no, I put the thing in there.
Okay. That's not real.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I see you. All right. So basically, you've been talking to Jackson days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what was your intention with Jackson?
Yeah, because, you know, it was just like that happened.
So basically what happened is Jackson is a family friend of mine. I'm an investigative journalist, and I do separate work from this altogether. Okay. The family reached out to me last night. They said that they got a hold of his phone and that he had been speaking to you for the last couple days. Okay. And that is basically, they wanted me to come out here and have a chat with you, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I want to know your true intentions of what the conversation was, if you were going to hurt him.
Oh, no, I'm not that type of person.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I was just saying to him that, like, I've never met anybody on the app and everything, and it's just like my first time. And I said, okay. And he said, okay, then not a problem and everything. But it's okay. It's cool.
Okay. So listen, how long you been here? You just got this job 3 days ago. I know that. But how long you been in America?
Like,
What year?
We're in 26, or in 20.
It's 2026 now. Last year?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah, let's see. 2026, yeah. Yeah. 2026.
I know you're probably nervous or nothing, but it kind of stinks right now. You farting or something?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can maybe go in the room, or do you want to go out here? Where do you want to go? I just want to talk to you and have a conversation about this chat log. If I have an honest conversation with you and you can tell me everything honestly, no bullshit, no lies, we're done. But I need to talk to you and make sure that this isn't going to happen again, and I need to make sure Jackson's safe. So those two things. Do you want to have the conversation in the room, or do you want to have it out here in the hallway? Where do you want to have it?
No, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So look, I'm just going to go over this. So where did you originally meet him at?
Where did I meet him?
Yes. Where did you meet Jack originally?
On the app.
Which app?
Tinder.
Because I see you guys are talking on WhatsApp.
Yeah, because we were talking on the app first.
Okay, but you started talking on the app. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I know that you said that you had a different picture or something.
Yeah.
And you switched. So what was that all about?
Yeah, no, the photo that was there was me, because I'm not used to the app thing.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So my cousin do it, and he didn't have a picture of me, and he put it there. So I said to him that that's not my photo, but I did send him a photograph.
I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I seen the photo. It just looked like you were a little, maybe without the dreads.
Yeah.
So so you look different with the dreads. That's all. You look a little different. So you did send him the picture, but he did tell you very quickly. I mean, you understand, like, so it seems like you guys started talking here on WhatsApp, right? And then it was very quickly. He said he sent you a picture of him. Yeah. He sent you a picture, and I know I see it right here. I am 15 years old, but soon I'll be 16. So you knew he was 15 years old. Because, like I said, if you're honest with me, everything's going to be all right. But as soon as I sense a lie, I'll just go to the police. So be honest. So be honest with me. So you knew very soon and very quickly that he was 15 years old, and you guys talked a lot about him being brand new to this. So we knew he was young, correct?
Yeah, and then, but that one is because he had one there that says, when I look on the app, I see something and so I wasn't even mindful that he was saying.
But this kid is not even 8, you can tell in the picture. And he sent you multiple pictures I've seen. We'll get to those.
Yeah.
But I want right off the rip when I talk, I want to know. Let's start this honestly. You knew he was fit because when we get down lower, you guys are going to talk a lot how he's never done this before. He's brand new to this, everything like that. So you knew he was a minor.
Things will be much easier if you're honest.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to be honest.
Girl can't get on a dating app. If they do, they have to lie about their age. So they lie about their age, and then if they don't tell you, they don't tell you. But he was very open and honest. I mean, he was open with you and told you the truth. He said, I'm told. I keep losing that. Did he send you a picture first? No, he didn't. He told you right here. He says, you said, yeah, it's pretty. You should visit again, talking about up here. It's a gorgeous place. Gorgeous place. You're lucky to live here. And he says, very soon, but I'll be when I get my license. And he says, I hope that don't scare you off. I'm very mature for my age. So it's not like he just said I'm 50 from it. He said I'm 50, said I'm very young. And then you said, no, it does not. I still like you. And then now I get your number. You seem cool. Honestly, I like you a lot. You're a very cool guy. And then you said, this is when you started to say that was my, once he sent you a picture, you said that was my cousin, and you guys changed it. But
Yeah, but he's just, and he said that he's been with girls and everything and so.
but never a guy.
Yeah, and he said it's not his first time, he just want to hook up and everything. And I said, okay, I'm trying to understand you. I said, okay, not a problem. I said, I'm a very cool person, you have nothing to worry about. We both just meeting for the first time, and this is the first time I'm going to meet somebody from the app, and you'll be cool and everything. I said, I'm not a bad person. I'm cool.
Why didn't you find a guy or an adult?
Yeah, but when I was I see there that when I see the 43, and then we started to messaging, and he said, like, you just want to know and everything. And I said, okay, but, I wouldn't hurt him or anything. It's nothing like that.
But you knew he was 15.
Yeah, he said he's totally mature because he's been with girls and everything. Because I was questioning him and he was questioning me.
But he was a minor. And you knew this. Because this is the first conversation. We got to get to more. So if we can dilly-dally around this all day. But you knew he was 15.
Yeah, when he said it was 15, I honestly, it wouldn't, when he said it was 15 from the conversation.
But he didn't jump from the conversation because he told you he was, and he said, let's read it one more time, okay? We'll read it together one more time. Before he even sent the picture, right here, he says, I am 15, but I am soon to be 18 and get my license. My friend has it already. We go a lot of places together, talking about his license. And he says, I hope that don't scare you off. I am very much mature for my age. So he made it very obvious he was 15. Who are you? Correct.
Oh, I understand it.
You understand what I'm saying, but I need to...
I understand it.
I know you understand, but you understood he was 15 right away, correct?
Yeah, but honestly, I honestly, it didn't jump. I was reading and messaging, but it didn't jump like...
You didn't leave him alone for the last 2 days. You did not leave. I mean, there's times where he didn't message you for 2 hours, and you called him 3 or 4 times. You called him over and over again, and you message, "Are you okay? Are we still cool?" And like, we got all the messages here. So I mean, we'll go over them one by one. I just want you to tell me that you knew he was, and then we can move on. I'm not trying to pressure you into saying that. I want to know honestly what you thought.
Well, honestly, he said he was 50. But to be honest, I definitely, the minor thing, it never jumped to me like straight right away. But I know that he messaged me and said it because it's there. I'm not trying to deny it or anything. I'm not trying to deny it because it's there. He said he's 50. And I saw the message and we still conversed after that. But to be honest, when he said he never like jump and say, or because I'm just like working and doing everything and like messaging him.
Okay.
But it's not really a particular time that I'm constantly like reaching out to him when he is not messaging me or anything. He keep messaging me and he said
he was just as bad. I'm saying he was just as bad as you. But there are times I see in this conversation where, like that night, he said that he was out to eat with his mom and his brother, and you text him multiple. We can jump to that right now. Where does he say? I really want to meet with someone. I mean, he obviously wanted to meet you. I mean, that was quite obvious. He made that, he says, there would be times where, like, let's get to this first, I guess, where he would say that he's going to text his ex-girlfriend, and you'd tell him, don't do that. And then you would also say, why don't go on looking for other apps, just talk to me.
And the thing is in there that I said to him, I said, remember that this is a hack. You can't be so jumpy to say meet and everything. I said, why would you want to still go on there? The message is in there because I said I'm doing it for my safety and I'm doing it for your safety.
No, I read that at one point. That was last night.
Yeah, because I said it to him, and even yesterday he said he need to get a room, and I said no, and I said okay, let it stay, and I said no, and he said why are you stooding me up, and I said no, it's not stooding me up, but remember it's the first time for me and the first time for you, and I am as so scared as you.
Okay. Yeah, he says he's nervous right here, very nervous. And I said, I hope you're not going to visit you said you're not going to visit anyone else from the app, is what you said.
Yeah, because I said the app, I'm not so more for it like that.
No, you were basically
Because that's
saying
how
don't.
people-
For what I read in my mind was that you were saying, you're talking to me. You don't need to talk to no one else. That's what I read. Maybe you were looking out for him.
Pardon?
What I got from the beginning of the conversation is that he wanted to hook up with somebody while his mom was out of town. A guy. He made that very clear to you.
He made that very clear.
When he was having trouble meeting with you, he would talk about calling his ex-girlfriend or meeting someone else on the app. And you would be very quick to say, don't do that.
No, because he's constantly saying, I just have to message somebody, I just have to do that. And I said, remember that it's a hack, you have to be careful. You can't just be like saying, knowing this and knowing that. You understand? Because I was looking for his safety, as
Okay.
well as looking for my safety as well.
Okay. And
Because I wouldn't want to know that anything happened to me, and I didn't want to know anything happened to him as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And, you know, because I see here, why would you keep looking? And he says,
We're kind of trying to protect him a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
make
but-
sure he wasn't meeting nobody sketchy.
Yeah, and because I was
Yeah.
working and
It's
everything,
understandable.
yeah, and he said he's gonna come, and I said, no, I wouldn't let you leave.
and you
from
say
where you
here,
are.
you'll be missing out on so much if you don't meet me.
Yeah, because sometimes, for me now, I'm a type of chill person. Yeah, yeah, because I don't really have friends, and I don't really, I like a chill person. So I like to sit and like have a conversation, have a couple drink, laugh and everything. Sometimes you have like so much inside of you, like speak out and laugh.
You realize he can't drink.
Comfortable. No, I never said.
I know, I'm just
Okay.
saying. Okay.
Yeah, I understand, sir. And but it's just out of.
Well, so
comfort.
what is you'll be missing out on so much if you don't meet me?
As I said, I like to hang out because at one point I said to him, I'm in a little partner, and then I put away $600, and I said I never have any intention of like meeting and everything. I would more prepare myself, but that was a phone conversation. I said I more prepare myself that we can hang out and everything and so on. He said, oh, I understand because money is not a problem. I said, well, it is to me too, because I was saying like when you die, you're not bringing anything with you, so you spend it on yourself and you. But it was just like.
And then you said right after that, you said, basically he says here, I don't know when the next time I would be able to, so I'm just trying to make it happen soon, right? Because he basically only had a couple days as mom was out of town. So he was trying to meet you in those days. And you just said, you're horny. Question mark.
That's my.
That's you.
Yeah, no, because he was
I
concerned.
mean, it's gonna get a lot nastier, so you might as well just keep being honest, man.
No, I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
I'm being
It's
honest.
good.
Yeah.
I want to try a guy, or I would just call my ex-girlfriend. You say, no, don't call her. Correct?
Yeah, it's there.
And you said, no, I'm at home, as you would come now. He said, no, I wish. My mom leaves tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So what you're saying is if you come tomorrow, that's the only time I'll get to see you. Sigh. Based on how you're talking, this is just going to be a one-time hookup. So what were you looking for this relationship?
Okay, okay, let me tell you.
And you say here, this is going to be a one-time hookup, right? So we already know you guys were planning to hook up. But when you say sigh, you're only going to see me one time. What were you looking for that relationship? Because it sounds to me, let me just say, it sounds to me like you were looking for a long-term relationship.
Okay.
And tell me if I'm wrong. Go ahead.
No, that's not correct. But I
Okay.
understand you. So understand me.
Okay.
Okay. It's just like you're here, and then I said, okay, then we're gonna be friends. All right, my friends. And I said, okay, let's meet. Yeah. And then say you come, we talk, laugh, whatever, cook or anything, because I like to cook and everything. We both talk about life, like, things that you've been through or anything at all like that and so forth. And like, for you to come and then we just like here and everything, and then I was like saying like, if it's gonna be like the first time, you would like come and like we see. 'Cause I wouldn't have a problem like hanging out so ever often or whatever. You understand what I mean? I wouldn't have a problem. But like you hang out with me here and then.
It sounds like you would have been sad, though, if it was just a one-time hookup.
Yeah, like if it would be like a good friend
You wanted
and everything.
something a little long-term.
As I said,
Yeah.
as I said, please be honest. I hope you're cool because I'm a cool person.
And I see where you say, please take my advice. I tell you what other people been through. Please don't meet anybody else because people can be so cruel. I'm telling you. So I see where you say that you were trying to look out for him and his safety.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, do we got to go back and retract to say, how old are you? 40.
Yes, sir.
Are you really 40?
Yes, 1984, so 40.
1984? So you're 42?
No, not 42.
You're 1984?
Yeah.
I'd be 42.
March coming.
41.
Yeah.
You're 41.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to figure out your age here. Before I go any further, why did you tell me your cousin owned the place next door? Or you told... Sorry. The antique place.
The souvenir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He owns it?
Yeah.
Your cousin?
Yeah, it's not a he, it's a she.
It's a she?
Yeah.
She owns it?
Yeah.
And she's your cousin?
Yeah, that's Suzette.
Is she white?
No.
Are you talking about the red building?
Yeah, the Macon, yeah.
Okay, because I did ask the lady at the front desk, because I was asking where you were. I didn't tell him anything about what's going on, but I did ask her. He said his cousin owns the place next door. She said no. So is she wrong?
No, she wouldn't know.
She wouldn't know?
No.
Okay, it's fine.
No, she
I was just curious, because I was like, okay, well, that was a lie. But if it's truth, then maybe it's true.
No, it is. I promise. I'm not going to lie.
She owns that place?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to go over there and try and find you if I didn't find you here.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I asked.
Okay.
You said I work at a hotel, use the front desk, but I used to do housekeeping. Wait, used to do front desk, but I switched to housekeeping.
Yeah.
What you did? You used to work front desk?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't enjoy that?
Yeah, somewhat.
How long you been doing this?
Housekeeping?
Yeah. In this hotel?
Oh, just like 4 days, 3 days, 4.
So you just started here?
Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
Like where I live.
What was your last job? Where'd you work before this?
I was working down by Kingston Kitchen there.
Hotel?
Down the street. It's a restaurant.
Restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, just curious.
Food? Kingston kitchen?
Yeah.
Jamaican food?
Yeah.
Nice. It's good stuff.
So maybe I'll try to see if I can let you come to the hotel because I do the rooms myself. What were your intentions with that? Because this is said multiple times in here. So what was the intention there?
Yeah, because the thing is.
Just be honest.
Yes, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, because the thing is, I said that it's the first time I'm gonna like meet somebody.
Yeah, we already got through all that. What was your intention?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I didn't want to get like to meet somebody out in a different place or anything. I know that this is a hotel and people is here and everything, and I work here and all of that. So I just want to feel more comfortable because remember, I don't know him and he don't know me.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say let us go all the way or all the way. I wasn't gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah. So he says maybe I'll see if I can let you come to the hotel because I do the rooms by myself.
Yeah.
And then you say right after that, you say I would make you feel so good.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you say really, and then you say I know I would strip you naked. So we're gonna get into this. So you just be honest to me. What was your intention with having him come to a hotel room? Were you saying like I can keep a room open and we can use the room for whatever was gonna happen?
No, I wouldn't. Okay. The thing is, I'll let him come, and then meet here. As I said, I wouldn't want to meet anywhere else as yet because I do not know him.
The originally, you guys talked about coming here and having sex in a hotel room, and then you said, I would rather you come later, much later. Last night, you said I'd rather you come on my lunch break, and you can pick me up and take me to the house where we can have sex. Correct?
No, I said. What I said to him, I said, leave yesterday for today, and then I'll try and see if I can leave here, and then we could meet at the house. I said, and he said to me, if it's a problem, I said, listen, I never tell my cousin or anything that anyone is going, so you know that everything is fine, and I do not want anything to be a problem or anything at all. Yeah. So then I was speaking to my cousin, and he said no, and I said no. That is why I didn't think that because I have the phone here, and I said I'm just going to work and everything, and then I'm just gonna say as I was gonna send him a message, and I said I don't think because I'm a type of person like this. As I said, I'm so much insecure as myself.
Yeah, he's very insecure as well, as you can see in these conversations. But listen, I'm going to ask you one more time. I make you feel so good. Really, I know I would strip you naked. These are the messages directly following. Maybe I'll see if I can let you come on the hotel because I do the rooms by myself. And I'm sure I can keep reading down here, and it's going to say, this is how I came to this conclusion, because later on it says that you guys could use one of the rooms because you would leave it unchecked so it couldn't get rented out, and you guys would use that room.
No, he said, no, I didn't tell him that anything about unchecked. He was the one that said.
How would he know about rooms being unchecked?
No.
How would he know that?
No, there's not a conversation that I told him that unchecked room, because I don't understand. I just start working here 3 days. I don't know about the unchecks or to take any room or anything at all like that. Because you, at one point he said, do you mean that if a room is there or whatever, so and so? And I never give him any conversation on that, because as I said, I was just as curious as my safety
You're being honest.
and his safety.
Did you guys mean to meet here and then go back to the house and have sex, or have sex here?
No, what I wanted to do is just like for him to come here and meet me and see, because he said he's curious and I said I'm curious. So I let him come here and like see me.
You guys were both curious.
And I see him. That is why I said I sent you a picture of myself and you didn't send me. You sent me a picture, but I didn't know.
He sent you lots of pictures. He sent you a picture of him. He sent a picture because you kept asking and asking and asking, and so he sent you a picture of his shirt off, his stomach, and then you even asked for feet pictures. And he immediately said, I would suck those toes. I would love to suck your toes.
Okay.
So can we please stop with the you keep beating around the bush and not telling me your true intentions.
No,
you're not. I know you're not, because if you read these messages,
I know
these messages are demented and sick. Because now, if you're talking to an adult, go ahead. That's fair. That's what you're supposed to do. It don't matter. I don't care about what you do with any adult. I don't care. This is a who doesn't understand what repercussions he would have for the rest of his life if he chose to do this with a 41-year-old man. A 41-year-old man molesting a 15-year-old boy has mental complications for the rest of their life. It ruins their entire life. I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know if you care to know this, but when a full-grown man allows a 15-year-old boy, and mind you, 15 years old, I mean, you spoke multiple times about just letting him drive up here. He doesn't even have a driver's license. He'd be driving literally with no license up all 2.5 hours up here to meet you. So I get what you're saying about you want to be safe and everything. I think you want to be safe for your own ass. Now, you don't give a shit about him. Because if you cared about him, you would not be talking sexual to a 15-year-old boy. You wouldn't tell him you're going to suck his toes. You wouldn't tell him you're going to strip him naked. You wouldn't tell him to come up to my hotel room. You wouldn't tell these things if you actually cared about a 15-year-old boy. You wouldn't do that. So cut the bullshit, or I'm going to just be done with this conversation, and I'm going to go to the cops. So enough with it. I get what you're trying to say, but it's all about your own ass. It's not about him. Okay?
Honestly.
So this is the last time I'm going to say that. I've had to drive 2.5 hours up here to see you. I'm not going to spend my time listening to you justify all this bullshit. It's not just, nothing is justifiable when it's a 15-year-old boy. It's not justifiable. I get it. You think you're a good dude. You're a nice guy. I don't believe so. And from these messages right here, you were going to bring a 15 boy up here to molest him. That's what I'm reading. So stop justifying it and just tell me the straight answers that I'm asking you. Because you go on about all this shit about how, and I don't want to hear no more. I just want you to tell me the truth, and then I won't be angry. So
I don't want you.
So tell me the truth. Why? Tell me that you're not telling me the truth. I get where you say you over and over again. You talk about his safety and your safety, but again, how is a 15-year-old boy safe with a 41-year-old man that he doesn't even know 2.5 hours away, talking about sex? That sounds safe to you? Would you want your 15-year-old boy talking to a 41-year-old man about sex?
No, I understand what you're saying.
I don't think you do.
Sir, I do understand what you're saying.
Then start being honest with me.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm not saying you're being dishonest, but you're beating around the conversation. You keep going, you're doing circles and shit, justifying your behavior. I'm trying to see if you're going to take accountability for what you did.
I'm taking accountability.
And it does not seem that way.
No, I'm taking my accountability.
I mean, I've talked to many people like you, and they all say the same bullshit, and you're doing it right now.
No.
I look for accountability. The very rare people that take accountability and I see that they made a true mistake, I'm not seeing that with you. So stop with the bullshit. Tell me truly what is going to happen, okay? Just tell me what you meant when you say these things, and then we're good. Even if I know no one wants to have this conversation, man. It's a horrible thing to have. It's uncomfortable for you. It's uncomfortable for me. I'm sure it's very uncomfortable for you. But if you're just honest with me, then we can get through this much faster and be done with it, okay? So, again, we'll start going back through this, and when I ask you the questions, please just answer them dead honest. When you were typing, what I mean by honest is when you're typing, what you truly meant in that moment, okay? All right, so you said I need a full pic of you, like the one I sent you. So you kept asking for pictures. You wanted to see his whole body, correct?
Yeah, like in clothes.
Yeah, okay. You're so nice, but I can't see the other part of your body. What's your name, by the way? Truthfully.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
What's your last name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because you told him you were Justin.
Yes, sir.
I knew that was bullshit. I'll try to figure it out. It's just my third day at work. Therefore, I don't know your likes and dislikes because you said it would be your first guy. So here, at this point, you're trying to figure out what?
Okay, read back that again.
Therefore, I don't know your likes and dislikes in sex because you said you said it would be with your first guy.
Yeah. Okay. So when I message him that message, because people tend to like say stuff, and they don't always like mean what they say. You understand what I mean? So I was just trying to say stuff to see if he would like come out. I didn't know if he was lying about his age. I didn't know if he was lying about his sexuality. I don't know what he was being honest about, as well as he do not know what I'm honest about. You understand? So maybe.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, when you typed this right here, what were you meaning? Therefore, I don't know your likes and dislikes because you said it would be your first guy. So to me, what I'm reading, you want to know what he likes. Does he like jobs? Does he like Does he like this or that? That's what I'm reading. What did you mean there?
Yeah, so when I wrote that.
And don't be afraid to say anything because listen, I know this is nasty shit and I know this is uncomfortable, but you tell me the truth and we can get through this so much quicker. So again, therefore, I don't know your likes and dislikes because you said it would be with your first guy. What does that mean?
Yeah, so I just want him to tell me, like, what's his interests or anything.
Okay.
And then, because I don't want to let him feel uncomfortable about anything. And I don't want to say stuff or whatever and let him feel uncomfortable. So I rather, like, he say not anything or nothing. You understand what I mean?
When you say job, you mean sucking my...
I'm just asking.
He says, I don't want to break you out. Laughing face, laughing face. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, because I don't want to say stuff or do anything or so that I know that it's uncomfortable. That's why I ask him.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
That's why I ask, because I don't want to just like...
Since you want to do it, I will even fuck in my Jeep. Laughing face.
Yeah, okay. I'm conversating and he's conversating. Yes, I did say that. But some of the stuff I just like say it because for some people you're messaging them and they're telling you other stuff. And then when you say other things, some people say like, okay, yeah, because I've done before. And then I say, oh, so you weren't telling me the truth.
So we'll get back to what I said earlier because this is where you did say this. And you just told me that you didn't do this. The thing is, I don't go to the front desk and tell them that the room is ready. They can't book it. Sometimes I do 10 rooms. I'm still waiting for your full pick. So again, you're talking here about the thing is if I don't go to the front desk and tell them that the room is ready, they can't book it for anyone. Which again, we go back to what you were talking about earlier. It seems to me that you were saying I can keep one of these rooms open, so this is where we could have. Now look, we already know you wanted to have. I already know everything. So is that correct?
Okay.
Just tell me, is that correct?
Sir, listen, let me explain.
Okay.
Okay, so when I said that to him, I was just trying to tell him like the more comfortablest thing to let him be more open, to be honest to God. I'm just trying to tell him the more comfortablest
Well,
thing.
what
to let
does
him feel
that what does that mean? If I don't tell the front desk to book a room, they can't book it for anyone. Meaning.
Yeah, but I just tell him that, but I didn't mean that because I cannot do that.
Okay, fine. You didn't
I
mean.
don't know.
I'm glad you didn't mean it. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes me feel good. But listen,
Yeah,
but what you were trying to say, right, was that we can keep a room open for us. Is that it? I mean, so we can move past this?
No, what I'm saying, listen.
You weren't saying that.
No, listen. I'm being totally honest.
I
Because
know you are, but you're not saying certain things. Like you haven't even said one single word yet. But this whole thing is about us.
But look, what I'm saying for here.
You keep
I
talking
couldn't-
about I don't want him to feel uncomfortable. I don't want him to feel uncomfortable. You could, got it. Tell me the intention of the message.
Yeah, but I'm saying those stuff to see if I could let him get comfort, because he's saying that to meet and I'm saying to meet and everything. So I was just telling him some stuff to see if I could get him to open to even say something, like if he is not telling me like the correct thing as well. So when I tell him about like front decks and all of that, I cannot go to the front decks and tell him to book because I don't even know these rooms. I don't even know how many rooms are here.
I was a housekeeper myself. You get a list of rooms to do every day that are dirty, and you tell them they're done or they're not. So you could definitely say one room's not done yet.
No, but the thing is, it's not all the time. It's just like 30, as I said, and I have persons, other housekeepers that work with me. So I know that it wouldn't be private and conducive anyway at all.
Okay.
So I was just telling him because he's saying uncomfortable, and I'm saying I'm just feeling the same way, just as you. So
And
I was
that-
just saying something to him to like.
And after you asked him for a picture, at least, I don't know a certain number, but multiple times you asked him for a picture of himself. He sent a picture of his stomach to you.
Yeah, and I never asked him for that.
You said many times you wanted a picture of him. He just wasn't willing to give you a full body pic.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you, he sent me 2 pictures of the face.
Yeah.
And I sent him our entire pic.
You
And I
should have been
video
smart
called.
enough to know that he was only 15 and that you couldn't be doing that, right?
Yeah, but I just asked him for a pic to see, because I said you can put your picture there and it must be you. So I said I call you to show you me, to let you see that I'm not lying, I'm showing you me. Because I said I'm trying to be honest, and I just want you to be honest as well. So I show him myself, and I video
He was honest about you with everything.
Honest about everything.
Yeah, and I said, this is me, let me see. And he said, not gonna. So I put the phone, I said, to be honest, I didn't like that, because I'm not hiding from you, so why wouldn't you let me, like, see your face or something?
Because first of all, he was 15, and he was very nervous, as a 15-year-old should be when a 41-year-old man is trying to talk to them, okay? He should be nervous, and I'm glad he was, okay? Because maybe you wouldn't do that, but there's so many creeps out there that if he got on a video call with you, that would just record that video call, and now they've got send out to people, okay? That is not, of course he was nervous. You're a 4-year-old man trying to video call a 4-year-old boy. Does that make sense, why he should be nervous?
Yeah, I understand.
And you say,
That's accurate.
and then you say, wow, clean, about his stomach. Never meant in a bad way. People tend to fake photos and always some kind of rubbish. So no, I'm glad it's not you. So I am not talking enough. I am just explaining to you. That means your ass is a virgin. Correct?
Yeah, okay.
So you're asking him if his has ever had. You were asking that.
I asked him that question.
Okay. Well, good. That's what these are the answers I'm looking for. Okay, perfect. Good job. There we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. It's the odds that you even have one full picture in your phone. If you take your belly, you can take 2 feet of them kissy face. You're 2 feet. You're asking for feet pictures at this time. I know on Walmart there's other aisles. Just go take a foot picture. How come your mom know you talking? How can your mom know you're taking a feet picture? No, don't take off your shoes. So at this point, you were just saying, I want a picture like this, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You just want a picture of his shoes
Yeah.
to see if he was real, see if he was what he was. Okay, get that. Perfect. And so he must have taken that as you wanted a bare feet picture from him, because I do see very soon here that he sent you bare feet.
Yeah, and I think I said and I said
You say, I am just horny,
shoes.
and you look so nice. I would just grab you and feel.
Okay, I sent that message to him, but honestly, I never deeply meant that. I was just trying to send him messages to see, because as I said, he could be saying to me that it's his first time or whatever, and as his age, as I said to you. So I'm trying to say stuff to him to see if he's really telling me the truth or anything.
Hey, I want to
But
talk
never
to you long
100%
time tonight.
meant it. Like that.
No, I will never do that to you. I am not that kind of person. He says, you're going to stand me up. You say, I would never stand you up. I'm a genuine guy. You said, where are you now? He said, just got to the restaurant. And then he didn't respond to you, so you said, there's a restaurant. And you said, hey, and then you tried calling him. And he says, we're still at a restaurant. Sorry I didn't see your last message. I'm eating with my mom. This place is taking forever. And you said, please don't play with my emotions. Make sure, is your mom out with you? Because I want to know what your intentions here was. You said, make sure, is your mom you out with? Make sure, is your mom you out with? Because I will come to you now.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
No, that was just fun. That was just funny. I didn't mean it like that.
But you were saying I'd come down to you.
Yeah, but I said that, but I didn't mean that because there's no way I could do that.
How far are you from home? Send me a voice note. I never said you was lying about anything. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't judge you like that. No, you're good, trust me. I want to teach you so much new things you have never experienced.
Yeah, I know I sent him that.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
But I was just still trying to pull him to see.
What did you
honestly.
mean by that message? I want to teach you so much new things you have never experienced. So you wanted to teach him about... Come on, man. Right?
In a term, okay. I know I sent him that message.
And what did the message mean? In that moment.
Yeah,
When you're sitting at home, obviously, and you send him, I want to teach you so much new things you have never experienced. He says, I want you to. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, so I was just, as I said, I was just texting him and trying to tell him stuff to let him feel like, to see if he can come out and say, okay, or, oh yeah, I know new stuff, or so. So I could just simply say to him, say, okay, then fine. So you tell me that it was your first time, but yes, still you're telling me. But I was just saying stuff to pull, but not 100% directly.
Okay. Do you not like women?
I do.
Because you said girls are not the best because 95% of them don't want to please a man, so the guys do it simple.
Yeah, I like women. I talk to women as well.
It just seems like you're saying that basically it's like it's easier for a guy to be with a guy because they'll meet each other's needs better.
Yeah, because in one of his messages that he said he was talking to his girl and he leave the girl and
his ex-girlfriend broke up with him.
Yeah. So that's why I said 95% of the time girls are like, because they were just talking based off my genes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would just say like 95% of the time girls are like, sometimes it can be just like weird.
Yeah, okay. I need your foot pick to be asleep. It's 10:18. Sigh. I know. Have you ever felt till you...
I said that to him.
Then you called him again for like the fourth time. And then he sent you this feet pic.
Yeah.
Okay? Your first response is, wow, I want to suck them.
Yeah, I sent him that message.
10-year-old boy's toes.
I sent him that message.
Okay. Thank you for the feet pic. Your toes are so pretty. He's got some pretty toes. That's fine. Honestly, I like you. I just never have luck with people, so it was just kind of tense. Next day. Good morning. Hey, I just seen your messages. I'm at work. Call me. Call me. Okay, I take your word, so why wouldn't I? I'm just reading your messages that way because I don't want to put, because he did call you back and you didn't answer because you said that your cousin picked you up and took you home. But on that phone call for 22 minutes, what was the source of that phone call? Please just tell me what you guys talked about, and don't tell me about him eating food. Don't talk about your cousin picking you up. He called you. Why did he call you? And what did you guys talk about? Just the very small gist of that phone call, please.
Yeah, because he called me because he was messaging me and I never answered.
Okay. And what was going to happen?
Yeah,
what did you guys talk about?
Yes, I'm going to tell you. So when we were on the phone and he said that he was going to come. And I told him that my cousin picked me up. My cousin didn't pick me up. I was still sitting there because I wasn't going to let him bother come here. I was still sitting there. And they at the front desk can tell you what time I leave here. I already told him, I said, hey, you know what, my cousin picked me up and I'm already gone home, so let it stay until another time. And I was still sitting there because I was gonna just let him don't bother to come. Honestly to God, that's the honest truth.
Okay, so
I
you
was
were having,
still
so
sitting
you, so last night you guys on the phone talked about him coming up here. Is that when you asked about the hotel room price?
No. I asked for...
I heard you asked the front desk how much the room was during this phone call.
Yes, I asked them at the front.
Okay, I just asked you that, and you said no.
Repeat your question.
I said, during this phone call, what happened? And then I said, didn't you talk to, you asked the front desk about room price?
Yes, I asked the front desk for the room price.
Okay, so what in that phone call happened for him to say that I just drove frickin' 20 miles north to you and then turned around and went home? Obviously, you guys had led him to believe, correct? Because correct me if I'm wrong, or just telling me that in the phone call, before you said, my cousin came and picked me up, I get you said that. I see you said that down here. I know you said that. But during this phone call, did you not lead him to believe that he can come up here?
Yes, in the phone call, I told him.
Okay, to come up here.
Yeah, I told him.
What'd you tell him?
I told him, I said, okay, you can come and we can meet at the hotel.
Okay.
And he said, okay.
Perfect, yeah, okay.
And I said, okay, not a problem, you can come. I'm going to be honest, I did say it.
Okay, all right. And then I see where you had second thoughts and you said, my cousin came and got me and sorry, not tonight.
Yeah, because I was sitting there and I said, you know what, I'm not going to...
I see, my cousin sent to pick me up. I couldn't answer because I was getting in the car. I just got home. Means you have to come tomorrow.
Yeah, but I was still sitting there because I didn't want him to come in at all.
Okay. He says I was already on my way. And you said you say that you were still here and you were sitting there, but then you say right after my cousin sent someone to pick me up, I couldn't answer. Not even, let's see, at 5:04 you say that. So, okay? But then at 5:05, actually 5:04, in the same minute, you said, I really need to see you.
Yeah,
so if you just talked to him here about coming up here, hotel room price, and he was on his way here, and then you say, no, never mind, I don't want you to, my cousin came, you have to come tomorrow. If your thought was, I don't want you to come up here, then why in that same minute did you say, I really need to see you?
No, when I say I really need to see you, I didn't mean like exactly yesterday in the same time, because...
You meant this isn't going to work tonight, but I need to see you in the future.
Yeah, like I really need to see you because he seems cool, like, you know, but I didn't mean like at the same time or the same time.
All right, cool. I want to, I'll work at 9 a.m., you said. If you come in the morning and book the room, I would just come in your room because I'll already be here already. But it's going to cost you. That's why I'm trying to figure out something else. I'll see who's working tomorrow.
Yeah, because I definitely already know who's going to work, and I definitely know that I don't want him to think that. I honestly wasn't going to bother let him to come.
But why would you say, if you come in the morning and book the room, I will just come in your room because I will already be here? And then you asked if he had a PayPal right after that.
No, because listen, in that message, I honestly never bother want him to come.
Okay. Then why'd you say? Never. If you come in the morning and book the room, you said that right here. If you come in the morning and book the room, I'll just come in your room. I'll be here already, but it's going to cost you. Okay? Then you say, you said, no, you don't need the money. And then you say, I really want to know when I'm going to see you. Because to me, it looks like it's just going to be a one-time hookup. Then you call again. Then you say, let these people go by.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
How we doing? Good.
Have a good day, guys.
Thanks, you too.
Then, listen, you're telling me that you said you didn't want him to come.
Yeah.
But why do you say here, if you want to come in the morning and book the room, I would just come in your room because I'll already be here. You say that. And then in the same, 2 hours later, you ask him, do you have a PayPal? Why did you ask him if he had a PayPal? Honest answer.
Okay, as I said.
What were you thinking in that time frame? Why did you want to know if he had? Why would you want to know if he had a PayPal?
Yeah, because I was gonna try and get some cash.
For
And
him,
then-
for the room, that you're saying you didn't want him to come. Why did you ask him if he had a PayPal? Go ahead and answer that. I'll let you answer it.
Yeah, but when I asked him if he have a PayPal,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna, because as I said, I'm messaging him and he's messaging me, and I'm trying to figure out things, and I know that he's trying to figure out things. So I know that you're PayPal with your email and everything,
So you were going to send him money.
and I said, yeah, but I didn't have any cash.
So but you have money on your card, I take it. How are you going to, why'd you ask him if you have PayPal then?
I don't have any money on my card,
And why did you ask him if you have PayPal?
because I'll try to see if I get any cash.
From him?
No, not from him,
So why'd you ask if you had PayPal?
because I was gonna try and see if I get any cash to put on my PayPal card, and then I'll
From who?
from
If you didn't have any money on your card, why'd you ask him if you had a PayPal?
because I was gonna try and see if I get any money from my cousin and put it on my PayPal.
And put it on your PayPal. Oh, okay. And then you were going to send it to him.
Yeah,
For what?
and I was gonna send it to him,
For what?
and then I would ask him. I said like, if because he said he need like something to eat and all that.
Oh, sorry.
And I said I'd guys give him the PayPal and let him get something to eat.
So it's for food.
But yeah,
That was, you wanted to send him money for food.
yeah.
Okay. Me and you know why it didn't work today. No one bailed out on anyone. If you had left at 3, we would have met, or we would definitely have met. So when you had that phone conversation, you told him to leave at 3 o'clock. If he would have left at 3 o'clock, he would have been here.
Yeah.
So now we're getting to the part, man, just be honest with me, because I'm telling you, I'm getting real frustrated. You said if you had left at 3, we would definitely have met. But let the past go, I said tomorrow. So you were mad at him that he didn't leave at 3 o'clock. Because on that phone conversation earlier in the day, which is, I know, you told him to leave at 3 o'clock. And he didn't leave at 3 o'clock. But if he left at 3 o'clock, he would have been here at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then what?
But then so I told him he could leave like 3 o'clock. And within the time when he was trying to get to
What
me,
if he left at 2, 3 o'clock? What if he left at 2 or 3 and drove up here without a license and got here?
No, I would have get back to him, because within the time at 3 o'clock when I told him.
You know, you were clearly upset that he didn't leave at 3. Clearly. The phone conversation and the text that I've seen and read, you were clearly upset he didn't leave at 3 o'clock. So if he left at 3 o'clock, he would have been here at 5 o'clock.
I wasn't all that like.
What would have,
aggressive.
well, you were expecting him to be here at 5, correct?
Yeah, because he said he was gonna come by.
Okay, so you're expecting him to be here at 5.
Yeah, because.
What was going to happen when he got here?
Come by. Honestly, I was just gonna
Truth.
meet him. No, I'm telling you the truth. I was just gonna like meet him, and we talk outside.
Where?
Outside,
In the freezing cold?
and no, in the car, vehicle, whatever he drives,
Okay, all right.
and talk and everything.
And you
But
told him you'd Jeep.
No, but I honestly, I never meant that.
Okay.
I swear to God, I never meant that. I never meant it.
Okay.
I never meant
Now then you say at 8:45, let's exchange. So you didn't mean any of it, but you wanted to exchange pics with the 15-year-old last night,
it. Okay.
and he wouldn't do it. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah,
And thank God you didn't send one, because that's a felony the moment you do that.
No, that's why I didn't, because he was the first one that asked me.
Where?
I'm gonna show you, as I know it's.
He says, I guess I'm worried tomorrow isn't going to work. I did drive north 20 minutes north before I had to turn around because you couldn't get a hold of you. I want to see you. What is I want to see you? You took that I want to see you as I want to see your.
No.
Yes, right here he says I want to see you, and you replied, so does I. There's nowhere on here that he's asking for your.
No, he's one of the message in there. He said to me, let me see. One of his message.
I can't find that. So if you want to pull your phone up and show me where that is, I'd be glad to believe you.
He said,
But I
me
see,
He might not use it.
I see here at the end of this conversation it says, I don't have $400. I'm reading everything he said. And if we find out that he asked you for okay, I will take that up with him, and I'm going to be happy that he was the first to initiate. Say anything. Nowhere in here am I seeing this. I'm sorry, you're right, miscommunication. I guess I'm just worried about tomorrow isn't going to work. He says, I want to see you. That's what you have to be replying to. You're talking about.
Say that thing here.
Yeah, show me where he asked for you.
When he said,
Do you have to go to the bathroom? Give me that thing.
Okay, there you go.
Just now when I seen your phone, I seen all the apps from your phone. You're telling me
And if
you ain't talked to no one else?
And if you look, and I can show you and check, that is just last night that is on the phone. Just last night.
And you haven't talked to no other man, is what you're saying.
Because I'm saying it's just last night I put Grindr there.
So
I can show
forget
you
about
just
Grindr, I
last
don't care. I'm just asking, how many have you spoken to? Are you again, the honesty is going to go a lot farther with me. Are you attracted to younger people?
No.
Then why would you?
But what I'm saying, I honestly didn't know for sure that he was that age. Because most people say their age.
He
and
told
they're
you
not.
explicitly, I don't have a driver's license. I don't. Over and over again, he sent you pictures of his feet that clearly are kids' feet. He sent you a picture of his stomach with no hair at all, no belly hair, no nothing. He sent you multiple face pictures. So how could you ever even come to the conclusion he is not fit?
Honestly, I couldn't look at his feet and know that his voice.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you looked at his feet and thought he was fit. I'm saying he sent you face pictures. He sent you his stomach. He sent you his feet.
Yeah, but none of those three could tell me that he was.
And he told you he was fit. Is that what you believe? Really?
Honestly, because I know that people
So
are weird.
if someone tells you they're fit, why continue the conversation?
Yeah, because he can say that he's not. That's what I'm saying.
Why wouldn't you say, okay, I'm not talking to you anymore? You're 50.
Well,
Talk to me when you're 18. Talk to me when you're 20.
I understand what you're saying, but I just definitely, honestly, from my heart, didn't know that he was in, from my heart. Because he could tell me that he's not. That is why I was trying to say certain.
He told you he's never been with a man. He's only been with one woman. He don't have a driver's license.
But he can tell me all of that and he don't mean it. That's what I'm saying.
Do you understand the state law in Michigan that if you knowingly speak to a minor in a sexual way, that is a 4-year punishable by law felony in the state of Michigan? Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. You led him to believe multiple times that he could come to this hotel and meet you, or go to your house and meet you, multiple times.
Honestly, I wouldn't let it be enough. I wouldn't let it be enough that. I was just trying
What
to
if there was a time at 3 p.m. yesterday that you were very upset that he hadn't left?
That's why I didn't tell him where I definitely
You okay?
was.
Oh yeah, my stomach's
At 3 p.m., you were very upset he did not leave at 3 p.m. yesterday.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that is why I didn't tell him any at all.
You did, yeah, you
Because
know, that's
I
crazy.
wasn't gonna-
Yes, you, at 3 o'clock, on the phone, which I have a video of the phone call. Yeah, I have it all.
Yeah, I know.
So you talked to him yesterday and you told him where to go. And then when you talked at 5 or whatever it was, 4 or whatever, you were very upset that he didn't leave at 3. And then you guys talked multiple times that night that you would have been here. We would have met if you would have just came at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, because
He knew where he was going. You expected him to leave. You expected to call him at 4 or 5 and he was going to be almost here or here. So what happens then when he shows up? You keep saying, I wasn't going to do anything. I wasn't going to let nothing happen. You were going to let a fellow drive here. Pull up in the parking lot and you're just going to go get in the car and what?
No, I wasn't gonna let him come here.
You told him to come here at 3 o'clock yesterday.
Yeah, because he can't understand me.
I get what you're saying. Last night you backed off.
He wanted to meet me, constantly saying he wanted to meet me, constantly. And at one point, I wasn't answering him. I wasn't answering him.
No. Listen. I get what you're saying, that last night at 5, 6 o'clock, when he was at Taco Bell talking to you, that you were uncomfortable by that point and you didn't want him to come. Got it. This morning you were supposed to send him your message.
And I didn't, because
and
I
you
didn't want
didn't.
him to come.
Got it. At 3 o'clock yesterday, actually at noon yesterday, you guys talked on the phone. You told him where you worked. You told him to leave at 2 or 3 o'clock. He couldn't leave at 2 or 3 o'clock. But then when you talked at 4 or 5, you said, why haven't you left? Why haven't you left? You're supposed to be here. You would have been here by now. I've got it all downloaded on a USB drive, the whole video, the phone call, everything. So
Yeah,
stop the bullshit.
I'm not lying.
So what happens when he leaves at 3 o'clock and he shows up here at 4 or 5? Stop saying I didn't want him to come, because I know you were upset. When you talked to him at Taco Bell last night, you were very upset, saying you would have been here by now. Why didn't you leave at 3 o'clock? You were supposed to leave at 2 or 3 o'clock. You should have been here by now. Correct?
Yes, but
So what happens when he shows up at 5 o'clock yesterday?
But I'm telling you, that is why I was trying to itch him off with the messages and itch him off with the messages, because I wasn't gonna bother let him come here. I honestly wasn't gonna let him come here.
You told
He couldn't
him to come at 3 o'clock. You told him where you worked, and you told him to leave at 2 or 3 o'clock. To drive all the way up here over the bridge without a license. You knew he was, and you told him at 2 or 3 to leave. That's what you said. And then read your damn messages on your phone. Why haven't you left? You were supposed to leave.
I know I tell him. I know.
So,
I send him
okay, so stop the fucking bullshit and tell me the truth. If he left at 3 and showed up here at 5 and pulled up into your hotel in the parking lot, what then?
He couldn't just come right here just like that.
You told him where you worked.
Because, listen, that is why I told him that my cousin come for me.
No. That was at 6 or 7 p.m. That was much later. Well, I'm talking about the phone call you had at noon, when you said you need to leave between 2 or 3, so you can be here by 5, so we can be at my house because my cousin comes home at 7.
I know I tell him that.
Okay, there you go. So when he leaves at 2 or 3 and drives his house up here without a license, 2.5-hour drive, and he shows up here at 5 o'clock like you told him to, what happens?
But that is why, within the time of the 2 and
you keep going back. You keep going back to the phone call at Taco Bell. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still talking about the 3 o'clock. That's what we're on.
Okay.
So the call that we were on for the 3 o'clock, and I was speaking to him about coming here. Because I told him, because sometimes someone dropped me home.
Do you have a jacket up here?
If I have a jacket.
Do you have a jacket? Like to stay warm?
Sweatshirt? Is this your sweatshirt?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a jacket though?
Put it on. It's cold.
I'm going to have you come with me to walk outside. We're going to talk outside. I'm sweating my ass off in here. We've been talking for way too long because you just keep beating around the damn bush with me.
I'm not beating around.
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm not beating around the bush with you.
You're bullshit because you're not telling me what would have happened when he showed up here at 5 o'clock last night.
Yeah, but I said he wouldn't just show up here like 5 o'clock, because even when I was talking to him, I didn't tell him exactly where, because
yes, you did. You said Motel 8, St. Ignace. What else do you need to tell him?
I tell him Motel 8, but I'm not at Motel 8. I didn't tell him exactly where I am.
You said, how would he know?
This is Super 8, and I tell
whatever
him
it is, I don't care. How would he know? He sent you the frickin' GPS coordinates last night. How would he know?
You want to know exactly where I am, and that is why when he sent the thing to me. And
that is way later. You already told him at noon on the phone call, which is recorded, that you worked at Super 8. You told him to leave at 2 or 3 o'clock. If he left at 2 or 3 o'clock, he would have been here by 5.
Yeah, but you'd have to hear from me back or anything, because you don't know. Because
no, you said, why haven't you left yet? Why haven't you left? Why haven't you left? You were supposed to leave at 3. That's what you said.
Because I told him that sometime I leave here early. It all depends on what time I finish.
Why did you tell him?
Like that.
Dude, just answer truthfully. I get that later that night you didn't want to meet anymore. I understand that. You thought, no, this is a bad idea. So you dragged it out and you didn't let him know. And then this morning you did the same thing. You never messaged him back. I respect that.
Yeah, because I understand.
But at noon yesterday, you talked on the phone. You told him where to go and to leave by 2 or 3 p.m.
Yeah, I did remember I said that.
Okay, thank you.
No, I'm being honest,
So what happens when he shows up in this motel parking lot, 15-year-old kid out there by himself? You're just not going to answer him now?
No, I never said I would.
So what was going to happen?
I never said I wouldn't answer, but if he did show up, as I said, it's just for me to see him, and see, as I said, I wouldn't know that is regardless of whatever he's saying. I honestly couldn't know that. And the other thing, I wasn't planning on to doing anything. I was just saying stuff to see if he was being truthful to me with anything at all. And then if he even pull up here or whatever, it's just to know him. Honestly to God, it's just to know him.
After telling him you'd f in the Jeep, after telling him you'd suck his toes, after asking him if his ass was a virgin, after saying I would grab you and after saying all of these highly explicit things to him, you're going to tell me you would have just, even if what if he wanted it?
No, because that is why when he was talking, I said you have to take cautious. You have to be cautious because this is a hop.
Do you have a jacket? Your whole front desk knows we're talking, so it's not like we can't walk down there. They don't give they don't give a shit. Yeah, I care because I'm sweating my ass off because you've dragged this conversation out for over an hour. So just grab a jacket. Let's go talk.
You understand me as I'm trying to let you understand.
I get it, man. I appreciate you talking to me. I really do. You don't have to talk to me. You can tell me to, and I'll go away right now. I don't care. I literally don't. You can tell me to go away. I'll go away. I don't. It's up to you completely. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this on my. I just wanted to have an honest conversation, and I feel like you've been honest to a degree, but you've also been dishonest a lot. So.
Sir, I'm not telling you any lie.
No, and you know what? I'm not saying that you're a liar. I didn't say that. I don't believe that you lying. No. I believe that you're just pretty damn good at beating around the bush, and you don't want to be. You don't want to be. We're outright. You even said my private part. Well, you don't say private part to a film. You talked dick. You talked virgin and fucking ass. You talked fucking licking toes and sucking toes, and now you want to say my private part. Like, dude, I'm not buying the bullshit. Okay. So I get that you're nervous. I get that this is a really bad situation, a horrible conversation to have. But at the same time, like, if you're going to talk to a kid like that, and then you're going to sit here and talk like this to me today, I don't buy the bullshit.
No, but
so grab your jacket. Let's go talk outside. If we're going to talk, otherwise I'm just going to go right outside, and you can go back to your cleaning rooms. If you want to go finish this conversation, which I would like to, grab your jacket. Let's go talk outside.
I don't have a.
That's all you got?
Yeah, I don't have a problem to talk here.
You don't have a jacket?
Well, I don't have a problem to talk here.
I'm sweating my ass off because this conversation has been so long. I just want to go outside and cool down for a minute. And we can come back up here or whatever. I don't care, but I need to cool down. I'm hot. I'm sweating. irritated. I just want to go outside and get some cold air. So if you don't want to come with me, we can end this conversation and go back to cleaning your rooms. But I would like to go down there and finish this conversation so I can get home because I still have a 2.5-hour car ride ahead of me.
Where'd you get that sweatshirt? Hard Rock Cafe?
Huh?
Oh, somebody's called. How you doing, sir?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Oh, how's it going?
My name is, and this is Kevin. Yeah, I forgot you told me your name was Justin. So Kevin had been talking to a field located, and he had within a few messages, the field told him he was 5 years old, sent him a picture of himself, explained he was 15. Then they proceeded to have a highly sexual conversation, which I have everything to show you. And they talked. He's claiming now he never wanted to come up here. But the child told him, they talked multiple times about the kid not having a license, taking his mom's car. He gave him the address to this hotel, told him, he didn't give the address, but he did tell him on a phone call, which we have recorded and I can show you, that he worked here and to come here. Told him to come here at 3 p.m. yesterday. When the kid didn't come, he was very upset about 4 or 5 when we talked to him. Why didn't you leave at 3? Why didn't you leave at 3? You're supposed to leave at 3. Then they proceeded to have more sex. They both did. Had a conversation up until last night, where last night they had another phone conversation about renting a hotel room here and having it come up at that point. And you can ask the front desk. I'm sure they'll tell you that he did ask that question about getting a room and getting it for $60, correct? Correct?
What's that?
Did you talk to a fellow about sexual stuff? Yes or no? This guy's magnificent at being around the bush. Did you talk about yes or no? Yes or no?
But you have to understand my point as well.
I don't want to hear your point. I'm just asking you a question. Yes or no? Yes, you didn't know?
I didn't know, and I honestly couldn't know.
Okay, well, he's going to lie to you now, but I can give you the proof. No, you're not. But just so we're all aware, just right off the bat here, this is Sim's video. Yep, and right here, right as soon as the conversation starts, hey, why do you have a Jamaican phone number? Because Jamaican and WhatsApp never changes. And then right here he says, I'm soon to be sick. I'm going to get my license. Hope that doesn't scare you off. I'm very mature for my age. No, it doesn't. I still like you. Cool. How do I get your number? And then very soon here, we're going to start having a conversation. You're so nice. Oh, you're going to like it. Different touch, different feelings. Very loving, smooth, and rough. And he just continues, yeah, I'm telling you so many spots on your body to put my tongue, you would be moaning. He just continues to have these conversations with him all the way. And then they talk about him, the child driving up here to meet this guy. And he did renege on the deal at one point. And, you know, he basically kept beating around the bush so much for come last night. And then he was supposed to send the address this morning, which he never sent. I already know that it's a felony in Michigan. Once you know that you're talking to a child, you continue to talk sexual to a child, you're committing a felony. So I already needed to come talk to him either way. I was just at that point hoping that he would send the address last night, but he didn't. So I came up here to have a conversation with him. He's been honest, but he keeps saying a lot of bullshit to beat around just answering the questions. I've never talked to somebody this long about this, and I've met many. You are more than welcome to read the messages yourself, and I've got the phone videos recorded on that phone. If you want to hear those, I can stop the recording, and you can watch those videos.
You got an ID on you?
You have any form of identification at all? Not in there, not in your room? You got a wallet?
No.
Okay, so what's your name? What's your last name?
Okay, so the first thing, and I got messages of that too. I wrote decoy that was on this app right here, and I'll show you their original messages. So you come over here to this chat room right here, and luckily we just spoke again last night, so he's right at the top here. So here is his cousin. He says, I don't know, this guy, I don't know what's true and what's not. He says this is his cousin right here. So we started to talk. There we go. So he messages first. I never message anyone first. I just put the decoy out there and let them come to me. And he says, hello, how are you? Good day. I said, hello, where are you from? Michigan. You look nice. Nice, me too. What part? I am in St. Ignace, close to Mackinac. So very quickly here, are you really 38, or just say, this is me. I am older guys. I like older guys. He said, what's TC? He's 40. Is younger okay? Okay, I've been there twice. Nice. Sure, younger is okay for me. I said, you should text me to get me off the app, because if I tell them my age on this app, I'm immediately banned just like that within minutes. So I don't never say my age. I just give them a phone number to get them off the app. And then he says, okay, what's your WhatsApp? I hardly message on here as well. And I do believe almost that this guy just really fucked up and he just don't message with this one. Maybe that's not true. You never know. But I don't know. This guy's like pissed me off, and I also feel bad at the same time. It's just I just usually don't have this type of conversation. But I said, yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to use it just 3 days now. So we talked a little bit. I gave him, let's chat on WhatsApp. 1 sec. I messaged you on WhatsApp. Do you want me? And last night he was getting mad at me that I had, he's like, you're still on apps. Why are you still talking to other guys, like type of deal. And so I went on this one. I'm like, do you want me to delete this? And he's like, no, it's okay. And then that was just last night. But this is where the conversation started, right up until I'll message you on WhatsApp. And then when he did message me on WhatsApp, this is it right here. Hey, why does it say your number's from Jamaica? And I have screenshots of the entire conversation, recorded the entire thing. I don't intimidate. I just try to get the truth and find out if there's any other victims, usually. Just yesterday, we were at Walmart, and we got a guy that had multiple other kids under his, as little as 3 months ago in Kalkaska, Michigan, that he admitted on camera, and hopefully he admitted to the sheriff when they took him in. And the guy we took in on Saturday at Tom's Market, he was he had 1-year-old 30 years ago, went to prison for it, went to meet up with a decoy of mine, and while I was talking to him, he had a woman and a boy that were moving up from Florida to come live with him because he was a single guy at his house. There's no doubt in my mind that I didn't intervene and put me in that situation. So I don't know. If you want to read all these, you're more than welcome to.
I'll need them all.
Yeah. I can, what I do is screenshot every single one, and then it's kind of difficult, but what I can do is screenshot all these and get these to you right in the email like that before I even leave here. And then the video, what I have to do is take that back to my house, upload it to my PC, extract it to a USB drive, and then I can usually put it off, but I can mail it to you, and then you have it within the week.
Gotcha. Is there actually a folder? Or is
No.
this just
No, right here. It's that's me.
Was that you?
No, that's me taking a picture and having AI alter it too.
Okay.
And that's why I use myself. Eventually, this is getting out of control. How many people are messaging me? I may end up using. I've got a lot of women that are trying to like work with me, so eventually I may use them and get their consent fully in writing and then alter their pictures. But as of right now, I'm just using mine.
Gotcha. All right. So you said this all started like on a dating app?
Yes, the dating app was called. It's a really weird name. Hold on, Taimi, Tammy.
Okay,
And then WhatsApp is where the rest of it was at.
right. And you said he messaged you first.
He did message me first, and he messaged me first on Tammy, and then we went over to WhatsApp. And right here, let me see, where's the picture he sent? So right into the conversation, after I told him I was 50 right here, he sent the picture of himself, which is right here. Did you take a picture of breakfast on my phone? I don't know why I have eggs and sausage on my phone. But yeah, he sent me that picture.
Okay.
And so what I did was, since he had already had this highly conversation, which you can read through and see, so yesterday he wanted the kid to come up at 3 o'clock. Unfortunately, I unfortunately was at Walmart getting another predator arrested, so I couldn't come. So I texted him at like 5-ish or something like that, and he was very upset. Why didn't you come at 3? Why didn't you come at 3? And I was at Taco Bell talking to him on the phone, which I have that, which I'll send you all the videos. But he was very upset that I hadn't left at 3. So at that point, you could tell that he was starting to maybe this is a bad idea. I shouldn't be doing this. And so, but in that conversation, he asked the front desk how much is a room. They told him for you $60 since you work here. We started talking about. He's like, I only got $12 or $13 on me. I said, I've got 40 on me, just bullshitting. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to the ATM, I'll get the other money out. And I told him I had the money for the room, and that's when he started to renege, and you could tell because he stopped answering my text, and then he texted me back, oh, my cousin picked me up, I gotta go home, we can't do it tonight, but I'll meet you tomorrow. And then he talked sexually again, lately last night, leading up to, I was trying to get him to send me the address for this place so I could show you, hey, he sent me the address for this place, but he only told me on the phone where he worked at, and he wanted me to come at 3. I assumed because of that he would do it again, but he started to renege and didn't do it. So last night I sent him the address, is this the place? He says, I tell you in morning, I tell you in morning, I tell you in morning. I wake up at 4 a.m., I'll tell you in morning. He never did. I said, fuck it, I'm just going up there to see him, and that's where I ended up here. So yeah, he didn't, unfortunately, I can't get him to go, he didn't go meet him, but he definitely had every intention of getting a 50. He knew, didn't have a license, just take his mom's car and drive up here, and he was completely okay with that. Like, I was sick and fucking demented. But
Can I read those again?
yep, for sure. Let me drop out of his picture.
Honestly, we've never had anything like this before, so.
No? There you go.
Hold up in court at all.
I imagine so. We had both guys that have gotten, 2 or 3 felonies each from this. And who knows what's on his phone. That's the main thing. I don't want him starting to delete shit on his phone because, see you guys here, he might start deleting shit. And if he does have CP or anything on his phone, I want you guys to find that, Because typically these guys, if they're trying to meet up with them, typically they have something on their phone. Not all of them, and I hope he doesn't. I really do. So if you'd like, though, before you guys do whatever you want to do, if you want me to just ask him one more time, a couple questions, and get him to answer that on your body cam, probably be beneficial for you guys.
All right.
I'll be nice to him. Okay. I can get everything to you. If you want me to just ask him a couple questions, I think it'd be beneficial for you. Yeah, of course. No worries, no worries. What do you think's gonna happen?
If they do their job, he'll be arrested. They've never experienced this before, which is what I was worried about.
Me too.
We'll cut this out, conversation out.
I'm worried about my phone dying, dude. This took forever.
I don't know how to check.
Just keep it going until it dies. If it dies, we'll just throw up the other phone. We'll start recording on this one. I forgot my other phone today, but I didn't expect this to happen. So. Hey, dude, and I wanted you to know I was not trying to be rude at all. I was just trying to get him. I was just trying to get him to talk, and he was getting real sketched out. So no, my apologies, dude. If I was rude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be.
All good, man.
All right, cool.
Not the sensitive type.
All right, good. I just want to make sure, man. I just wanted to apologize.
You'll see it online.
Huh?
You'll see the full video online
What's the
eventually.
name of the channel?
Our name is Predator Task Force. We're starting to move all over the place, man, because they're everywhere, dude. They're literally everywhere, man. It's sick, brother.
Of course.
But I'm just not, it's actually sick, man.
Actually, I agree.
It's a hard thing to do, to be honest. Screenshot it for him.
My interjection is too much there.
No,
I
you're
was
good.
trying to make him feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, he got comfortable with you. He got comfortable with you.
You know?
I just think he just never changed his ways, and I probably should have cut it like a half hour shorter than what I did, because it was just nonstop fucking bullshit with him.
Yeah, maybe speed through the messages
Yeah,
a little more.
yeah. I'm never doing that again.
That's okay.
That just took way too long, dude.
Highlights of the messages, that was important.
Dude,
So
we
just gotta review
we
them.
got him shitting his pants in the beginning. I hope the mic picked that up, bro.
Yeah. I don't know about the fart.
I hope it picked it up, bro. That's the clip going up.
Great.
Dude, it's so bad. I couldn't.
Thought I was gonna set off the fire alarm.
We thought his name was Justin. We come to find out it's Body Boy. Body Boy. He's in there right now talking to St. Ignace Police and Sheriff's Department. They are in there speaking with him. There's no doubt in my mind that he solicited in this case, so I'm hoping that they at least get him on that. But who knows what's on his phone? He beat around the bush the entire time, you guys. I mean, oh, I'll be back. Yep.
He told me that.
He told you, would you?
He read that you said you were 50, just didn't believe that you were 50. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
What's your phone number, man? How long you guys been doing this?
Literally, I've been studying it for the last 3 years, trying to make sure I got all my ducks in a row, and we made our first catch Saturday.
Yes.
Made our second catch Monday.
Yep.
Made our third catch today.
Fourth this afternoon.
Where are you guys headed this afternoon?
Although I have a guy up here in Sault Ste. Marie that I'm going to try to contact. We'll see we'll see if that happens. If not, I got 2 guys that to be locked up immediately.
So you said Grand Traverse County and Traverse City Police Department?
Yes.
You guys first started this Saturday?
Yep.
I don't know, what are we doing?
It don't matter to me. It don't matter to
We
me.
might be, I don't know.
Yeah, come on. I just wanted to. Well, I needed a sheriff in here for sure. I just wanted to go one more time because I do have everything on video, right? So you've already had this conversation. They're getting that video. So I just wanted you to talk to you, ask you one more time. You knew you might. I don't care what you thought, but you knew he was correct. Just a couple questions.
No, I know it's just a couple of questions, and I'm answering them correctly. But what I'm saying, I myself didn't originally knew that he is 50. He sent a message saying he's 50.
You read it.
I know from my heart he was 50.
You read it, and you continue the conversation, thinking that he may not be.
Yeah, but by me,
Is that
he
how?
couldn't tell me that he's 50. That's what I'm saying.
I know, but listen, he told you he was 50. You read that. You thought maybe he's not, right?
Yeah, maybe he's not. Yeah.
But he told you.
Yeah, he sent it in the message.
Okay.
but I didn't
And
know
then
that.
after that, you guys had a very conversation.
Yeah, we were messaging. Yeah,
Okay.
but as I said,
And at 3 o'clock yesterday, because I do have, I'll tell you now, there's a video of your phone call yesterday, the whole thing, going back and forth.
I'm
And
not denying anything.
I know, I just want you to know that I don't want you to.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm aware.
So when you talked to him yesterday at noon, you guys talked about him coming up here.
Yeah, because he said.
4913 South.
Okay. And then when he didn't come up here around 3 o'clock, that's when you were kind of upset. And then from that point forward, you pretty much denied him to come. Correct?
Yes, because I didn't want him to come.
But that's because he didn't come at 3.
I was going to let him come.
You were going to let him come at 3, correct?
No, I wasn't going to let him
Why did you tell him where you worked, where to leave by 2 or 3 o'clock, because he had to be here by 5, because your cousin comes home at 7? Correct? Am I correct or incorrect?
I'm not saying you're incorrect, but as I said, I wasn't going to let him come here. That is why when he was messaging me, if you can see the departure of the message, I didn't answer him. But he keeps
No, you
saying that
told
he
him
wants
on
to
the
meet me.
phone. You told him on the phone call at noon where to go and that he needed to leave by 2 or 3 o'clock.
And then he said all he need is he's going to
Is-
need something to eat. And I did have money, but I
No. You're at the 6 o'clock phone call now. I'm talking about the noon phone call where you told him where you worked and that he needed to leave by 2 or 3 p.m. to be here in time for you guys to either come in the hotel or get to your cousin's before your cousin got home at 7 o'clock. That's what I'm asking. I know later you denied him coming. Yes, I've told him that. But I'm talking about the noon phone call when you told him where you worked and he had to leave by 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yes, but in that time, he
Okay.
didn't hear back from me because I never want him to come.
He didn't need to hear back from you because you told him to leave at 2 or 3 o'clock. And then when they see these messages, they're going to see how clearly upset you were that you didn't leave by 3 o'clock. And by that point, it was too late for him to leave. Honestly, it's because I was catching another predator in Traverse City. That's why I didn't come at 3 o'clock. Or I would have came at 3 yesterday when you wanted me to. But listen, that's all I'm asking you. Did you not tell him to come at 12 yesterday? You told him at 12 to leave at 2 or 3, to be here before 5. So you guys had time to be at your house before your cousin got home at 7. Is that incorrect or correct?
But it's not like in that way. Because as I said to you, I wasn't going to bother let him come here. That's
Okay, so
why
you were
I
going to let the
wasn't-
fellow drive up here with no license and what? What was he going to do when he got here?
I know he wasn't just going to leave and just pull up because he didn't know
You
what
told
time.
him to. What do you mean we don't know what time? You just in the messages multiple times you said if you would have left at 3, we definitely would have met. That's in the text.
But what I'm saying, I was just still there contemplating because I said I wasn't going to bother let him come here. That is why I told him that my cousin had picked me up and bring me home, which I was still sitting here because I didn't bother want him to come.
I think
So
we're
I'm
done
saying-
here. We're done here. He keeps jumping back to the 6 o'clock phone call. You'll see it clearly in the message that at noon, he told the decoy at noon to leave by 2 or 3. That way he could be up here by 5. Because his cousin got off work at 7 and be home by 7:15. That would give them an hour or two to pick him up and take him back to his house, which is approximately 10 to 15 minutes away from here. That give them a full hour to fool around and safely be back before his cousin got home. And that's all in the messages in the video call. You will receive that. He keeps jumping to the 6 o'clock phone call where I've told you guys, at that point he stopped wanting him to come. He started missing text and ignoring him and not telling him the address and shit like that. So he clearly grew a conscience later on, but he told him to come at noon and he said to leave at 2 or 3. And when he didn't leave at 2 or 3 and I couldn't answer his calls because I was at Walmart getting another guy arrested, he got pretty pissed off about that. And you'll see later in the last night he texted, if you would have left at 3, we definitely would have met. I think you just showed you that one. So that's all I was trying to get him to tell you guys, but he's not saying it. But you'll see it on video.
Gotcha. And you said you studied this somewhere?
I studied just like all the how to interrogate these guys and the decoys and yeah, all the guys who do it, like Skeets videos, Alex Rosen, Chris Hansen, all those guys.
Okay.
And you would not believe the moment he goes on a dating app, the moment a 40 is on a dating app, 20, 30 guys message him. The moment. And the dating apps are pretty good about banning that person. You got to get a new phone and a new number. But within 15 minutes of putting my profile on any dating app, my inboxes are blowing out. And then half of them grow a conscience, the other half want to meet. It's just insane. Right now I'm just a civilian trying to protect these kids.
Okay.
Unfortunately, seeing how quickly that these guys go after these kids, and it's sick. So I'm just trying to do my part.
Okay.
Didn't expect to be up here today, but he brought me here.
Right. If you guys want to have another word in the hallway, I can talk to you out there.
That's fine.
I might talk to him for a little bit here.
Okay.
We'll get going.
Yeah, sounds good.
All the text
I mean, it's
messages
so hot in here. I'm not gonna hang out up here, but I could go down to my car and just wait around, just to see what happens. Because of course I know a lot of my audience is pretty big. I have over 100,000 followers, and when
It's on YouTube.
it will be.
Right.
It will
What's
be.
your guys' YouTube?
I don't have a YouTube yet because we just started. Later this week, the YouTube will be up, the locals will be up, and the counts will be up. But I have a following of over 100,000 followers on Facebook, and they watch these videos and like. They always want to see the arrest, obviously.
Right.
So that I'll wait around to see if he leaves in handcuffs. If he doesn't, he doesn't, and I'll just explain that to him.
I want to just get on record just because I know people are going to be asking.
Okay. We're gonna do a search warrant on the phone and then a warrant request for him.
Okay, so he's not going to go today?
Not today, no.
Do you think they're going to arrest him?
I have no idea.
What do you want from me?
Prosecutor. I need all the evidence of it.
Okay.
I don't know what he deleted from last night to today. If we're
I'll have it all.
find it.
I'll have it all.
Perfect.
They can't delete it on my side. I've already taken pictures of everything for you.
All right. If you just want to get that to my email,
Okay.
I'll be in contact.
Okay.
Go
Do you need these files are like an hour long, 2 of them are. A lot of them are small calls between us. I can probably email those and it's not going to be a problem. But the big ones tend to say that they only go in a Google Drive link. I don't know if you dealt with this before. Have you ever tried to get an hour long video from someone?
No.
Okay, so in the event that I cannot, I'm going to try to send them to you on Google Link. And if they won't send to you, just call me, let me know that. What I'm going to have to do is extract them to my computer, put them on a USB drive, and then I'll just mail it to you like overnight to you.
Perfect.
And then you can have it right away. Do they need it by a certain date or? Probably the faster the better,
The faster
huh?
the better.
Yeah,
so if you
because
can get home and do that stuff right away.
Okay.
After you guys do it.
And did he get taken out of here?
He's in there right now, getting let go. So.
Okay, yeah, because they said that they wanted to make sure he got taken out of here. I don't think he's gonna hurt nobody or nothing, but
He doesn't seem like a very aggressive person at all. But,
no. How do you say your last name?
Zadebski.
Zadebski. I like your last name, dude. All right, man. I'm gonna go back. I'll get that stuff downloaded tonight, and I will mail it out tomorrow. But first I'm gonna try and Google something to you, and I'll do that on our car ride home.
Okay.
And then if you can't get that, just call me and say, hey, I can't get this video to work,
Okay.
and I'll get you on a USB and get it right to you.
I appreciate it.
Hey, man.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so much, buddy. Have a
Take
good day, sir. All right, guys. As you can see, we are heading back over the Mighty Mac, taking a stroll back downstate. We didn't get the arrest today, guys. I can't tell you exactly why they didn't arrest him. We did find him. We did find him at the hotel. The hotel did fire him right there on the spot, but the police seized his cell phone. They're going to do warrants on his phone. I've already sent them all the chat logs. We still got to get today's video. We're going to send that to them. I can't tell you why they didn't really arrest him. We had enough evidence to arrest, and honestly, the cop gave us the impression, very much so, the sheriff, that if it was up to him, he would have arrested him. And he gave us that vibe. He was a very cool officer or sheriff, but whoever's above him said don't arrest him. And I get the funky feeling that they are kind of like, why are you investigating people in our town type of vibe. But maybe I'm wrong, but that's the vibe I got. There's a lot of people who come from other countries to work here throughout the seasons and summers. And, I don't know if they don't want a bad name. I don't know what they want. But we didn't get the arrest. But look how cool this looks. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Still got a little road trip action.
Still got some road trip ahead of us. We're probably going to go live on Facebook on the ride home just to explain things. But, yeah, we did not get the arrest, guys. They seized his phone. Hopefully, after they see the chat logs and they go through his cell phone, they will find enough to arrest this guy and put him behind bars. He definitely deserves to be there. As you guys, if you've seen the other videos, if you haven't, he was a 41-year-old man, lied to us about his name, lied to us about his age, lied about many things. We finally found his name and his actual age, and he basically found out the kid's old and can just talk highly disgusting things. He said to this, and he wanted this to drive up to the UP, drive over this bridge right here, right? 15 years old with no driver's license, taking his mom's car without asking. He did not care as long as the kid came up here. And like I said, that he did start to not want to do that last night, but yesterday afternoon he was all for the coming up. When they did not leave at a certain time, because we were dealing with another predator at Walmart at the time, the decoy would have gotten there too late, and he couldn't do what he wanted to do in the time frame. So after that, I already knew he committed a felony. I already knew he broke the law, and he deserved to be locked up. So I came up here this morning, and I figured we had enough. We should have had enough. I mean, luring and enticing, solicitating a minor for immoral purposes after knowing their age is a felony, 4-year felony in Michigan. He broke that law. There's no reason he didn't leave in handcuffs today, in my mind. Something weird happened. I don't know, but hopefully the sheriff that we've seen today is going to make sure that this guy does get arrested at some point. There's no guarantees. We're going to submit all our evidence. We're going to do what we can do, and that's all we can do. And then we have to move on to the next person, because we cannot sit and dwell on one. So we're 2 for 3 right now. Maybe we will be 3 for 3. Maybe he calls us later this week and says, we secured the evidence and we did the arrest. That's all. That's what I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping for that outcome. But until then, it is what it is. We're back on our way, and we're going to continue to do what I do. We got multiple people still lined up to go, and we're going to keep hunting these guys. So we got one guy downstate that is absolutely demented and sick. We can't go down there until next week. We're going down there on Monday next week to get him. we're gonna go to his work. We're gonna tell everybody in his family about it because he's got children and they've got children. He's got a wife. He's got a secret boyfriend, and now he wants to make this other year-old kid do things with it. It's just disgusting. So we're gonna go get him on Monday. But besides that, we're gonna continue to do what I do, guys. Like I said, we can't dwell on this too much. We submitted the evidence. We did what we could do. So back over the mighty back on the mainland, and see y'all soon. Much love.